So as you can see, I'm not in my regular studio, so I am on the road right now. So I was just thinking that what can we do that is different from what we have done in the past? And one of the cool things is that people love those Memecoin tier ranking videos. So, what's a way that we could put a spin on it? And honestly, I have not seen this done in the entire crypto industry, but maybe you have. But if you do, then let me know in the comments if you've seen any other videos that have done what it is that I'm going to be talking about. So what we're going to be doing in this video is having a Memecoin face off tournament here. So if you're familiar with how, if you are familiar with sports during the playoffs have this playoff brackets where you have teams facing off each other, and then the winner of each round goes to the next round, and eventually you only have one winner. So what, let's go ahead and have some fun here. And also, let me know if these are the type of videos that you also like to see more of. And as we go through this Memecoin face-off tournament, let me know, out of each bracket, do you agree or disagree with the one Memecoin that got out of that round? And also for future videos, what type of Memecoins would you like to see facing off in those future videos? So here we are in the first edition of the Memecoin face off tournament. Now these Memecoins here are the battle of the titans for the Memecoin industry. So you have the top Memecoins right now that have market caps of over $1 billion or more. So you can see on the left hand side here, we have Pepe versus Floki. The number one bracket. Number two bracket, we have pump.fun versus DOGECOIN. And let me see if we could zoom in on this. Just give me a moment here. So this is actually better right here. So as I mentioned before, first bracket, we have Pepe versus Floki. Moving on, we have pump.fun versus DOGECOIN. XBX versus Pengu. I think that one is already could be considered a championship round. We have Fartcoin versus the Trump meme coin. So that is on one side of the bracket. So now if we're to zoom out and we look at the right side of the bracket, here we'll see if we can zoom in a little bit better. Let me see if we could just show the entire screen here. So at the very top, we have Shiba versus Bonk. Right after that, we have this new meme coin right here. It's an L1 in name Memecore versus Dog with Hat. Also, we have Turbo versus Mog. I think that is going to be a juggernaut one. And this is a very interesting one. This is like the battle of the base chain right here, which is Brett on base versus Toshi. So let's go ahead and have some fun here. So let's focus on the left side of the bracket that we have right here. So let's zoom in right here. So let me know in the comments below, who do you think, which meme coin out of these two right here, Pepe and Floki, will perform the best at the peak of this bull run? So in my opinion, if I were to choose one of the two, I'm choosing to go with Pepe out of this bracket. So let's move on to the next one. So this one is a very interesting one. You have the OG of meme coins, which is Dogecoin, versus right now the meta that's probably one of the hottest with the new content creator live stream meta that is taking the entire crypto space by storm right now, which is the pump.fun token. Out of all this, I believe I'm gonna go with the pump.fun. I think that during the euphoric phase of the bull run, I think that the pump.fun is gonna get a lot more hype and attention than Dogecoin will. And this one is a really crazy one. Right off the bat in round one, you have XBX 6900 Murad's baby versus Pengu here. So Pengu has so many strong catalysts going for it. Of course, it's one of the strongest NFTs plays in the entire crypto. Also, they pretty much well-known, large market cap, but XBX 6900 has what many consider the messiah of meme coins, Murad, backing them up. Also, they have probably the strongest community throughout crypto here. There's very few crypto communities that could rival the XPX 6900 community. So out of these two, I have to go with, you know what, I'm going to go with XPX 6900 out of that. And let's have a look at Fartcoin versus the Trump coin here. Now, this is a very interesting one because we saw how hard the Trump coin could rip especially when Donald Trump got inaugurated, back last year in November, December. The entire market just absolutely picked up and went on fire. But also at the same time, we have Fartcoin, which is like one of those coins that could reach the billions really, really quick, simply because it's a coin that retail could easily understand, because it's a meme coin that a lot of people find very funny and humorous, and fart jokes, things like that, they tend to go viral very, very quickly here. So if I were to choose out of these two right here, it's a tough out for this one, but I am gonna choose Fartcoin in this case. So let's actually just zoom out for a little bit more, and let's continue on with round two. So round two now has Pepe versus pump.fun here. So out of this two, I still think Pepe alongside with XPX 6900 will be the meme coins that lead this super cycle. Although pump.fun, when it hits its peak, it could go absolutely parabolic and euphoric. We've seen how crazy it got, a few months ago when everybody was doing all these crazy live streams and people were just creating a bunch of coins, and that really set memes into another historic meme coin season. But I'm gonna have to say that out of this round right here, that Pepe is moving on here. So go on to round two of the first side right here is that XPX versus Fartcoin right here. So Fartcoin once again has the ability to go viral simply because the barrier to entry is super, super low. The retail, it's a great conversation maker. For example, you'd be talking with your friends and so forth and say that, hey, I doubled my money, or I did X amount of return because I got into Fartcoin, and that is something, that conversation that a lot of people remember and tend to spread to their friends as well. But also, the cult behind XPX 6900 and what it stands for, to flip the S&P 500. And now that we have, a lot of financial institutions coming in, I believe that it's going to attract a lot of big money into the space where, TradeFi people are going to understand the meaning and the purpose and the mission behind Murad's XPX 6900. So out of these two, I'm going to have to say that the XPX 6900 comes out on top. And now we have, kind of like the semi-final of this bracket right here, and these are two absolutely juggernauts. You have Pepe and XPX 6900. So once again, in the comments below, let me know, which one do you see coming out of this face-off battle right here? Do you think it's Pepe, or do you think it's XPX 6900? And this is a tough one right here because I'm really 50-50 on the fence here, but because the Pepe and the entire boys club and the whole Pepe verse is so bullish, but also you have the stock to memes, and also flipping the the S&P 500, and also you have pretty much the meme coin messiah Murad backing up XPX 6900. But if I were to choose the two, I think both of them are going to do exceptionally well at the peak of this bull run, but I am gonna have to go with XPX 6900. I think that the appeal behind that and the big money behind that is going to be so mind-blowing. So here we got on the left side, we have XPX 6900 coming out of this bracket right here. So let's go ahead on the right side here. So let's actually zoom out for a little bit. And on the right side, the very first face-off we have is SHIB versus Bonk here. Now SHIB already went through its first bull run, and also it's worth about 7 to 8 billion at the time of this recording, and Bonk is a lot smaller, actually, at about a $1 to $2 billion market cap right now. And also this will be Bonk's first full bull cycle. So out of this, I would have to say that Bonk is going to be the one that comes out ahead in terms of overall performance here. And here you have with the meme core, and as well as dog with hat. And to be honest, I don't know too much about meme core, and it's actually quite a big meme coin, being in the billions already. It's a believe it's like a top 5 meme coin. So that's pretty crazy, but it doesn't seem to get a lot of attention on it. But the market cap obviously would beg to differ here. And also Dog with Hat, super popular meme coin. A lot of people know it. It had its time in about 2023, 2024. I think this simply because at the peak of the euphoric phase of the bull run, money and liquidity tends to follow where attention is. And I believe that other two, the most that could get, the meme coin that could get the most attention is Dog with Hat. So we're advancing Dog with Hat out of that bracket here. And this one is a very, very interesting face-off battle between these two meme coins. You have Turbo and MEOW, and these two meme coins are blue chip meme coins for the entire meme coin community. So everybody who is in meme coins knows about Turbo and MEOW here. So Turbo is the first AI meme coin. Also, it is a toad, which is very closely follows the whole meta of frogs, Pepe, and so forth, which many believe in. We see is an absolutely powerful narrative this bull run. Also, you have MEOW and with the uprising of cat meme coins, and right now if there's a big question mark in terms of how well cat meme coins can do. But since this is really the first full bull cycle that cats will also get their spotlight under the sun, they could absolutely explode as well. But of these two, I am gonna have to choose to go with MEOW. I think MEOW will perform exceptionally well. And let's go on to the next face off right here, and this one is a pretty cool one. It's between Brett on base and Toshi. So these are two powerhouses on the base chain here. So of course you have Brett, part of the boys club, closely tied to Pepe and the Pepeverse, but also you have Toshi. Now Toshi, many people consider Toshi as the mascot that represents the base chain. Also, the CEO and co-founder of Coinbase, named after his cat, for example. Like super bullish, very strong communities. But out of these two, I am gonna have to go with Toshi here. So let's go on to round 2. So obviously we had Bonk that came out of the round 1, and then you have the Dog with Hat come out of its bracket here. So now we have Bonk versus Dog with Hat. Now this is the battle of the dogs right here. So once again, both of these meme coins will be entering the first bull run, and also they are very popular. Meme coins have very strong communities, but if I were to choose which one was to come ahead of this, I would choose Bonk here, because Bonk is an entire ecosystem. It's not just a meme coin; it has other type of ecosystem plays in it that makes Bonk super powerful. So I believe that Bonk is going to perform better than Dog with Hat at the peak of this bull run. So moving on to the next bracket. Just like how we had the battle of the dog meme coins, now we have the battle of the cat meme coins, because you have MEOW versus Toshi here. Now this one is a super tough one. Toshi is sitting at about $300 million market cap at the time of this recording. MEOW is obviously a little bit bigger, close to $1 billion. But in terms of, in your opinion, which one do you think, and let me know in the comments, will fly and send the hardest out of these two? Do you think it's going to be MEOW, or do you think it's going to be Toshi here? So, this one is a very tough one, but I am going to go with Toshi on this one. So moving on to the final for this bracket, you have Bonk versus Toshi here. So this is a very interesting cat versus dog. For this too, I am gonna go this time. I love dogs, but also I love cats as well. But we are gonna go with Toshi. I think the whole base chain is gonna be the most popular and hyped up layer 2. I think a lot of that attention and money is going to follow and flow into the ecosystem plays, and meme coins are, in my opinion, going to be the strongest crypto category for this upcoming bull run. And that's why I am going with Toshi, simply because of its strong connection to the base chain. So in our final, we have XBX 6900 versus Toshi here. So the winner of this takes all here. So this is, whoever wins out of this is, gonna be crown the king of the meme coin titans here. So once again, in the comments, who do you think is gonna come ahead and be the champion in this bracket fight right here in this meme coin tournament? So XPX 6900, as you said, Murad's baby. He's the meme coin messiah. Also super strong community. For example, they don't even have an X account, but yet they go viral every single time. And the community and the believers and the supporters continues to grow on a daily basis. And also Toshi, there is such a strong community behind Toshi. So really tough, belonging once again to Brian Armstrong's cat, or the name being associated with Brian Armstrong's cat, also being the mascot of the base chain, and the base chain expected to be the most popular and hyped up layer 2 in this upcoming bull run. So out of these two, you know what, let's see, who should we lean towards? You know what, I am gonna go with Murad. I don't think we could really count him out. I just think that XPX 6900 is gonna be an absolutely meme coin that blows everybody's mind and achieves some insane returns. But once again, these are just my opinions. We're just having a good time here. But once again, let me know in the comments, you know, out of each one of these brackets, which one did you see coming out ahead? And also, did you see XPX 6900 as the champion and winner of this particular meme coin face-off battle? So let me know in the comments below which meme coins you want to see in my next video facing off in the next meme coin face-off tournament. And once again, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. Also, crypto is risky, so as much as everything could go to the moon, it could go down to zero as well. So please invest responsibly. Also, I am not a financial advisor, so if everything in this video sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.